CAM pathway. Now this CAM stands for crassulacean acid metabolism. Now this CAM pathway, it is just a photosynthetic adaptation in succulent plants. Now these succulent plants are also known as fat plants. Now these succulent plants or fat plants are just xerophytic plants which are adapted to arid climates and arid soil condition. Okay, in arid climates, the arid soil and in arid soil conditions, these succulent plants or fat plants grow and they show a photosynthetic adaptation which is known as CAM pathway, crassulacean acid metabolism. Now the succulent plants store water in the leaves and in stem because they are living in arid climates and that is their adaptation, okay, storing water in leaves and stem. Now because of this storage of water, the succulent plants have a swollen and fleshy appearance, and this appearance is also known as succulence. Okay, that is the reason why these succulent plants are known as succulent plants, because they have a swollen and fleshy appearance because of storage of water. Now the best known succulent, that is succulent plant, is cacti, CACTI. Now these cacti plants close their stomata during day and they open their stomata during night. Okay, so when the sun is there during day, the stomata are closed and the stomata gets open in the night. Now so during day the stomata are being closed. Okay, there is closing of stomata during day, results the succulent plants conserve water. Okay, the succulent plants are able to conserve water, they are able to save water because of the fact that the stomata, their stomata is being closed during day. But this closing of stomata at the daytime also prevents the carbon dioxide entry into the leaves. The leaves cannot uptake carbon dioxide because of the fact that during daytime the stomata is being closed. So yeah, they save water but they also prevent the carbon dioxide entry. And if the carbon dioxide is not entering into the leaves, how the carbohydrate production is going to take place? And there the CAM pathway comes into the picture. Now during night when the stomata are open, plants can take up CO2, and during this time, like, heat is not there, so there is very less loss of water in the form of vapor. So during night the stomata are open and plants can take up carbon dioxide. So during night these plants take up CO2 and they assimilate CO2, and the assimilation of CO2 results in the formation of malic acid. Okay, so in the night the plants are assimilating CO2 and producing malic acid, and this malic acid which is being produced is being stored into a vacuole. Now this mode of carbon dioxide fixation is known as crassulacean acid metabolism. Okay, at night the assimilation of carbon dioxide happens and it produces malic acid, and that malic acid is stored into vacuole. Okay, this mode of carbon dioxide fixation is known as crassulacean acid metabolism. Now there is a plant family which is also known as Crassulaceae. Okay, in this plant family the CAM pathway was first discovered. Okay, and that is the reason why this CAM pathway is named as crassulacean acid metabolism. Okay, the name crassulacean acid metabolism came because the plant family in which the CAM pathway was first discovered is named as Crassulacea. So on that name the crassulacean acid metabolism is being named. Now during daytime, when the light reaction can supply ATP and NADPH to the Calvin cycle, the mallet releases carbon dioxide and this carbon dioxide enters the Calvin cycle and it is fixed. Okay, so usually plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, okay, for the Calvin cycle, but in the CAM pathway the carbon dioxide was taken up at night and it was stored in the form of malate, and during daytime when the ATP and NADPH are available for Calvin cycle, that malate gives carbon dioxide, and that is how, by utilizing ATP, NADPH and carbon dioxide, the Calvin cycle produces the carbohydrate. Okay, this carbon dioxide was stored last night, and during this day the ATP and NADPH came into picture because of the light, and that is how these three ingredients came up, and the Calvin cycle takes these three things and produces carbon dioxide. That is what the CAM pathway is all about. Now this CAM pathway is different from C4 cycle. In C4 cycle, the malic acid is produced in the mesophyll cells, whereas the Calvin cycle is taking place in bundle sheath cells. Now in case of CAM pathway, the malic acid formation and Calvin cycle, both of these things are taking in the same cell but at different times. Okay, in C4 cycle, in CAM pathway, in both of the cycle there is malic acid formation, but the fact is that the malic acid formation in C4 cycle is taking place in mesophyll cells and Calvin cycle is taking place in bundle sheath cells, and these two things are happening in two different cells at the same time. But in CAM pathway, the both of the things are happening in the same cells but at different times. Okay, malic acid formation is taking place during night and the Calvin cycle is taking place during day, but both of these processes are happening at the same time in the same cell at different times. So that is how the CAM pathway is different from C4 cycle. So this is how the CAM pathway looks like. Okay, so during dark, in night, the stomata is open, and during the light the stroma is closed. Okay, so this is how it is. So this carbon dioxide enters during light, during dark the carbon dioxide is able to enter the plant cell, and this carbon dioxide gets converted into HCO3 and PEP combines with it, and this gives oxaloacetate. Okay, phosphoenol pyruvate combines with the carbon dioxide and it forms oxaloacetate. Now this oxaloacetate is converted into malate and it is stored into malic acid into the vacuole. Okay, now the carbon dioxide is entering the cell, but it is not entering the Calvin cycle, just because of the fact that the Calvin cycle requires ATP and NADPH, which are not present because there is no light reaction. There is no light reaction because there is no light, it is dark. Okay, that is the reason why this carbon dioxide is assimilated as malic acid into the vacuole. Okay, now the phosphoenol pyruvate, which is combining with carbon dioxide to give oxaloacetate, is generated from the starch. Okay, starch get converted into triose phosphate, and from this triose phosphate the phosphoenol pyruvate forms and it combines here and gives oxaloacetate, and that is how the carbon dioxide is stored as malic acid into the vacuole. Now the sun rised, light came, and the stroma got closed, so there is now no entry of carbon dioxide, but light is coming. That is driving the light reaction, and that is driving the the NADPH and ATP, which are required for the Calvin cycle, are being generated, okay, in the presence of light. And that is the reason why this malic acid, which is stored into the vacuole, is converted into the malate, and this malate gives you carbon dioxide to enter the Calvin cycle, that is C3 cycle. And This malate splits up into carbon dioxide and pyruvate. Then pyruvate again goes into the chloroplast and it assimilates into the starch. And the carbon dioxide which is released from malate, now you have carbon dioxide from malate, you have ATP and NADPH from the light reaction, and now the Calvin cycle can proceed to form the carbohydrates. Okay, so this is how the CAM pathway takes place.